कितना पैसा इन्वेस्ट करेंगे?
A classroom, 6 classroom block. And a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome our chief guest for tonight. Thank you so much. Our final contestant for tonight is
Naidovi Primary School board members, members of the organizing committee, queen contestants, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Bolovinaka, Dolovina, and a very good evening to all of you. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here this evening as chief guest at the Naidovi Primary School Carnival, Bongini Toke. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all gathered here tonight for a good cause, and I thank you all for coming out in numbers and supporting Naidovi Primary School in their efforts to raise funds to build 6 new classrooms. And with the school's development over the years, together with the ever-increasing school roll, it is only proper and befitting for the school to expand and cater for the great demand within the Nadroga and Nadroga province. Ladies and gentlemen, from its humble beginnings in 1947, with only years 1 to 6, and the introduction of years 7 and 8 coming in the later stages, Naidovi Primary School has most certainly developed and grown from strength to strength. And thus this warrants continued support from all the stakeholders for the school in the effort to provide quality education for our children and in an open and free environment. Ladies and gentlemen, children are the building blocks of any strong nation, as they have the capability to change the nation positively. And they are the leaders of tomorrow, so they need to get respect, they need special care and protection. However, sometimes they are not safe in their own homes and communities. So as reiterated by our Honorable Prime Minister, when children are forced to live in fear because of the threat of rape and domestic violence, they cannot grow into proud, successful people they are capable of becoming. If we tolerate domestic violence, we are settling for a Fiji that does not realize its full potential, because it limits what those children will be able to achieve. According to some recent statistics collated by the Ministry of Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation in relation to child welfare cases in abuse and neglect, reported cases are actually increasing. And from January to October this year, a total of 795 odd cases were reported to the ministry by professionals under the Child Welfare Decree of 2010. This saw an increase when compared to 725 odd cases that were reported for the same period in 2016. Some cases, ladies and gentlemen, which saw a vast increase were in cases of abduction, emotional abuse, physical abuse, teenage pregnancy, sexual abuse and neglect. And abduction-related cases increased from about 1 to 18 in 2017. Physical abuse from about 116 to 132, and sexual abuse and exploitation increased from 112 to 137, while neglect-related cases increased from 203 in 2016 to 218. Ladies and gentlemen, to effectively address the abuse of children, it is extremely important that we address family violence in its totality. As policy makers, policy implementers and advocates, when we say home is where great childhood begins, we should not only mean the protection of children and their rights. Homes and families should be the ideal place where children are nurtured with love, care, and understanding. And therefore, it is up to us to start acting now to stop the abuse of children in amongst our communities. It is up to us to start reporting incidences of abuse in our schools and in our communities. Ladies and gentlemen, the Fijian government has a special attention paid to the Fijian children and has provided many homegrown opportunities so that our children could reach their full potential. As a state party to the Convention on the Rights of the Child, Fiji has systematically reviewed and updated relevant laws and policies to accord with the international obligations and our moral obligation to Fijian children. Increasing the marital age, prohibiting corporal punishment, creating domestic violence laws for the protection of victims and restraint of perpetrators, free education, free transportation to school, subsidized electricity and water, contemporary adoption laws are but some of the initiatives which continue to have a direct positive impact on the lives of our children. Furthermore, one must not forget that government cannot work alone in the fight against child abuse, and therefore I urge all of us to join hands and work together in securing the present and the future of our beloved country's leaders to make a beautiful nation. Coming back to tonight's event, ladies and gentlemen, I congratulate the organizers for organizing a great event, and I encourage you to continue working in the good way that you have. And to the contestants, tonight I challenge you tonight while you advocate for children's education or global change, please do the same for child abuse here in Fiji. Be movers and shakers and be the voice for all those voiceless victims of abuse, especially our young and vulnerable children. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight is not a night for long speeches, so with those few words, I wish all the organizers the best and the Queen contestants all the very best. I hope you all have an enjoyable evening, and this time also may I also wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you. And God bless you all. God bless Naidovi. Thank you very much.